Well, hey everybody, this is the third card I promised you from my classes this week. I'm Sandy and I'm with Sandy's Creative Connection, and I have a studio in Dade City, Florida that I do classes, and I've been showing off my cards that we've made in class this past week. So there's 2 more videos on my YouTube channel that you can look at for the other 2 cards. I saved this one for last because it's probably the hardest. What inspired me to do this card was a young lady came to me and said, I love daisies and I love lavender. Can you make a card that puts both in the card? And so this is what I came up with. So I've used a designer series. The way I thought about this was look for a designer series paper that has purples in it. So I went with the Naturally Eclectic paper. This is in our annual catalog, and it has some really pretty papers. You've got the dots and the diamonds and then some little arrows, and of course it's double-sided. The other sides are really well, that one's got a little stars, but it's to the blue hues, and then you've got this peekaboo peach on there too. That's what got me started. Then I just tried to pick out something that, could be used with a daisy and with a woman. So, and then of course I love the technique on the card. It's a double Z, what we call a double Z card. So I will show you how to make it. Here is your kit. You're going to need a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 Whisper White. Then you're going to need a piece of Wisteria Wonder that is 3 1/2 by 8 1/2. Then you're going to need some Eggplant Envy, and the Eggplant Envy is, you got 2 different sizes. This one here is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4, and then the white that fits on top of it is 2 1/2 by 3. So I don't know if you can see those measurements, but I'll have them down below. So that's this piece. And then to get this piece, it's 2 by 2 7/8 on the Whisper White, and the Eggplant Envy is 3 1/8 by 2 1/4. Let's see how that goes. That goes there. And you have 2 of them, so one there and one there. Oop. And then your designer series paper is 2 1/2 by 4, which that makes it really convenient because you get, if you do 4 on a 12 by 12, you get a lot of little pieces, and it's really, you don't have much waste. And then this piece is your standard first layer, or 4 by 5 1/4. You need a doily or a half a doily, and I think we're ready to get started. The easiest way I can tell you to score this, the base part of the base card, is to do it, fold the card in half like you do a regular card, and score it, and then just flip it back, and that gives you what you need. Just flip it back perfect, run your bone folder on that. Now this 8 1/2 by 3 1/2, I'm sorry, 3. Let me measure that. Oh, that's scoring. No, it is 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 by 8 1/2. And so this is the score mark. So you're going to score at 3 and at 5 3/4. And the 3 actually goes on the front of the card. So the 3 is here. Okay? So with that all done, let us put some stuff together. I'm going to use the Daisy Delight, Happy Birthday Gorgeous. I'm big on birthdays. They're all in your annual catalog. Daisy Delight is on page 127. Happy Birthday Gorgeous is here. So I'm going to use out of this stamp set, It's Your Day, right down here. It's Your Day. And then the last stamp set is Wishing You a Very Happy Birthday, and it's called Big on Birthdays, and that's on set 73. Excuse me. And then, of course, the daisy I'm going to use here. And I'll use this daisy and the stems. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a sheet to stamp on. And this can go there. Okay, so this is the biggest piece. So this is going to be the first one, or this one. We're going to use Eggplant, Envy, Wisteria, Wonder, and Old Olive. Those are our colors. The reason why I used is because it's in the card, the DSP. Here is the stamp set. The stamp. I'm going to ink it upside down because I find that's the easiest way. I'm going to line it up on my grid, and that way I can just look at the bottom of the stamp. And with these photopolymers, I will sometimes flip them over and kind of press with my fingers. We also have a pad you can use. That will help if you have certain stamps that don't want to give you a good impression. But that's pretty good. Okay, so this one gets, let's look, gets the 3 daisies. I'm going to change it up a little bit. And I'm going to put a daisy here. I'm going to do daisy there, and I'm doing it in Eggplant this time instead of Wisteria. I'm gonna go get some Old Olive, and now I'm after the stems. Okay, that's done. I'm going to glue it on. I think I like the darker daisy too versus the lighter daisy. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so then the last part is to do these. You need a piece of scrap, and I didn't tell you that in the beginning, to do your daisies, but put the It's Your Day on that last little piece. I'm going to put it down at the bottom just because I want room to put my daisies at the top. Yep, that's good. All right, so here is my, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just glue that down. That way I'm not chasing it, wondering where it is. Okay, there we go. Next step is to put these daisies on. Now the trick with this daisy punch, you want a 90-degree angle, and I'll show you why. I'm going to do 2 of them. Now here's why. Because we have a punch that goes with it. And by the way, if you buy the Daisy Delight bundle, I think it's $127. You can save 10% on the stamp set and on the punch. But see how the punch is set up? You will take I mean, if you'll stamp it that way, then when you go to punch, you're not doing all the dancing and jigging and trying to get that thing to line up. It's a pretty nice, just go in and lines up pretty good. I'm going to put these two together using a glue dot. I'm going to punch that out. Put it right there. We have the glue dot. Yay! I love bling. Love it. All right, flip it over. Grab me a dimensional. Pop that back off. Then that goes right there. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in my card base again. And what you want to do is you want to put the glue right from here down the side and over here. And don't go all the way out to the score line, because if you do that, you're just gonna create a problem. Looks like I might have even gotten a little too much on there. Give it a minute, let it catch. So when you go to fold it down, it's going to fold like that, okay? And I actually take, well, let me get, we got to figure out where to put the doily. What do I do with my doily? There's my doily. So what you want it to do is you want to have that space the same all the way down on your card. I'm going to stick this doily right there. Hold it there. That's close enough. And now I'm going to take and glue all the way around there. And look at that, it glued itself down. That's what you want. You can even just sit here and kind of hold it a minute. Okay, and you know that your card is not done until you put the jewelry. It's just like dressing yourself. You gotta have jewelry. So we're gonna get the jewelry out. We'll put one there. Where else do we put them? You can put one. Boy, I'm being extravagant. Extravagant. It sure adds, doesn't it? Okay, that's it. We're done. I'll put the score and the dimensions of everything in the thing, in the description below, and it'll be on my blog, and I'll have a recipe with step-by-step directions. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get in and do some stamping. And if you want any of these products, they're in my online store, which will also be a link below. And if you have any questions, hey, holler at me, okay? All right, well, you take care and go stamp something.